The first thing on my agenda is to do research so I wouldn't lose any of my deposit. My home-based task that I propose to do is to paint this room. As I've mentioned, the first thing on my agenda is to do research, so in that way I would have more knowledge prior to doing the actual task, and I wouldn't lose any of my deposits because I'm pretty sure painting a room that's I don't know how big is going to cost a pretty penny. Hey, it's editor Carl here. Where am I supposed to look? I don't know where to look. This is going to be a one-man show. How am I gonna make this work? It won't work. A few months ago, for one of my classes in college, we were tasked to make home-based projects. Due to the pandemic, we aren't supposed to be going out, so our college thought it would be better if our project was home-based. So for a while, because we were badly affected by this storm last November 2020, we moved into my uncle's house, and then I basically lived in his room for a while. And before I left, I wanted to thank him for letting me stay there and doing my online classes quietly. I wanted to change and redecorate his bedroom with money coming from my own pocket. This project was done over a span of, I believe, 4 to 6 weeks. I've already forgot. And I wanted to share on the internet how I made that. So here's a video of me doing remaking the bedroom again. What even is this? I have a random soapbox under my bed. Also, I love The Office, so this project was done halfly inspired by The Office, like in the documentary style. So there's that. Enjoy a montage of me in these two drawers that I am 2 versus 1 with. Also, this weird safe thing has been here for so long, I don't even know what's inside of it. I think it's empty, and it's just there for no reason. And what is a Filipino household without a religious shrine? But for real though, do you see these webs here? That has been there for years, I believe. This room didn't get much cleaning before I moved here. Who needs a feather duster when you have soft broom, am I right? A little story, you guys. Before this storm, I had over 60 books. Most of them got destroyed. What you can see here on this part are the only books that I had left. Early on the project, I already put tape on the wood, on that pink wood thing that's in between the wall and the ceiling, because I have a future plan for that. I have a special guest.
Oh God.
Mose is my cousin,
Excuse
and he
you.
lives here. He will always be my best friend, unless things go well with Ryan, in which I won't hang out with Mose so much anymore. This is my cousin Rose Margaret, and she will be helping me apply masking tape around wall-mounted furniture.
What do you mean, Margaret? I'm Mose.
How do I feel about tape being put in my hair? I plan on painting this shelf as well, but not the same color as I'm gonna paint the walls to give it a bit of contrast, so that's why I already put masking tape all over it. As you can see, I also applied tape around this light bulb, and hopefully that does not cause an issue, anything electrical. Everyone meet Sherlock. He is wild. He doesn't want to be held right now.
Well, good Lord. Here.
According to what I found, it's best to paint starting on the ceiling and on the edges and corners. Painting isn't the challenge. The challenge is opening the lid of the paint can. Also, the lights went out for, I believe, 5 hours. So that's what I had to struggle with on this day. At first, I wasn't quite sure about a bedroom makeover project because I wasn't sure if I was gonna commit to it. But a few weeks in, it was basically my favorite thing that happened for this year. I was not able to buy an extension pole for my paint roller, so my grandfather made me a DIY one. So thank you to him. Also, it's been 15 minutes since the lights went out, and I am very upset.
It's not for me to say.
As you can see, I already painted the area around the light bulb socket as well. It was harder to maneuver the DIY paint roller extension pole, but it got the job done, so no complaints there.
For me to say you love. Go with the brothers, boo, you know how we do. It's
If painting the ceiling benefits me wearing a mask and a face shield, it would also benefit you wearing a mask and face shield if you're going out. But if you're going out, preferably use the full face shield. This is the only one I grabbed since this was never used anyway. It's already 11. The light's still out and apparently the lights are going to be out for the next few hours. I have no idea. I even forgot to take off my bracelets. Now they are low-key coated with paint. And there are furnitures that I couldn't put outside, so what I did was just cover them with drop cloths. This wall right here, this is going to be my accent wall, where I plan on painting it white. Add the thin, where is it? Wherever it is. And add thin, what do you call it? Masking tapes. And then paint it over with the blue paint that I bought. For visual references, if you don't get what I'm talking about, I will pop a picture that I found online here or wherever on the screen. Since this is a queen-sized bed and it's difficult to move, what I'm gonna do is just move a lot of the furniture to this side and then pull the bed so it's not touching the wall, and so then I can paint over it since I already have the white paint out. For now, I'm going to have a lunch break and then I'm gonna continue working later on. Also, another thing that's going to benefit you is using alcohol. I will be going back to work momentarily, but for now, I am going to cut manila paper and then put at least a half of it on the floor since I'm going to paint this wall now too. Since this is my first time painting, believe it or not, I used more drop cloths than needed. The best part about the paint that I bought was that it did not had a very strong odor like other paints, and by the end of the day I was able to sleep in that room just fine. It's already dry. I'm so surprised. It's only been almost an hour. It's already dry. I was going to leave that wall until it was fully dry, but I was a little impatient, as you can see. I already decided to put tape over it, and you can actually see them peeling off because they're not sticking to the wall, which was still a little wet. Wrong. It's low-key wet on the sides and corners and I should not have touched anything yet. While I was applying the tape, I thought this part was going to turn out really bad, but surprisingly, it didn't. It looked awkward for a while. By the time I was finished, it looked just fine.
It's not for me to say you love.
I also even decided to paint the door because it had that yellowish tint already and it did look very dirty, so. But don't worry, I put tape around the doorknob and the frame as well.
You know how we do. It's not for me to say.
14th of March, and I have here again my cousin Mose.
Oh my god.
And it is 9:13 in the morning, and we will start painting the 3 remaining balls. This part literally took a whole day to finish. Why was the window closed, you might be wondering? I don't know. One thing you're going to want with painting is good ventilation. I really don't know why I have the window and door closed. Mistake on my part. On this part, I have manila paper sprawled all over the floor. That way, the paint won't drip on the tile. After I peeled off the masking tape, it also peeled off a bit of the white paint. So, I have to use a little brush to paint over the white thing again that was exposing the old mint green wall. On this part, I was already rushing because I was nearing deadline and I was still going to edit the video, so I didn't get much time. I didn't get much footage here. I just took shots after I had painted it. I wanted it to be a darker shade of brown, but I used too much white paint. That's why it looked thin. So I basically had to wait for it to dry and then coat it again. I thought I wasn't going to like the outcome of this, but by the time I was finished, it wasn't that bad really. And that was my first attempt at a bedroom makeover. Thank you for watching.
2, 3, funky.